Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Claire, and today I'm going to be setting up my week starting on January 13th. So looking forward to getting this up and ready to go. It is Monday morning right now. I've just gone through and done my review of the last week. And so just have a really clear idea of what I accomplished and where I am at for this week. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to add a few little boxes for myself. So on Friday, I am planning to be completing my final for my stats course. I have bumped this a lot, so really determined to hold myself accountable and get that done. And then the other thing that I'm really wanting to hold myself accountable for is to get my blog and my newsletter done. I did one 2 weeks ago, and I would really like to get one done this week. And I am planning on getting myself to do it a little bit earlier in the week. So I'm going to aim to have that done by Wednesday. And so that will be both the blog and the newsletter, and I'll write those in shortly. And then in terms of my personal goals, I've been trying to get myself to do some practicing of my instruments and just like really get back into that groove. So knowing that I'm doing my stats throughout the week, I've got the newsletter stuff here, got my final on the Friday. I'm going to aim for Saturday for playing my instruments. I am planning on starting to make these kind of goals a little bit earlier in the week just because they're not that hard to do. And I'm just trying to hold myself a little bit more accountable to actually sticking to some of my personal goals for myself. But what I am going to put for today is for myself to do a bit of a card practice. So going through and actually doing a pull for myself. And I did it last Monday, so I want to keep up at least kind of the progress of once a week and getting that kind of done for myself. So I'm just going to start and write those in before I forget what I'm doing. So I'm going to do a violin because, as I've mentioned before, I'm still not feeling great, so I don't really want to play my clarinet when I'm feeling this way. But I want to string my violin and practice. Friday I have my stat exam. And this one is later in the day. I think it's 5:30 or something. On the Wednesday it is a blog and newsletter. And then on Monday it is card practice. And then, as I mentioned before, the way that I'm doing my spread right now, and this could change as I progress, but I'm doing the top section for personal, the middle section for professional. So this is anything to do with my YouTube, my business, finding a job, anything like that. And then the bottom one is for anything school or educational. So that's kind of how we're going, and that's why each of these are where they are. And then I want to go through and add a few more stickers. I actually didn't realize this was all one. I thought this was 3 separate ones. So what I'm going to do is put this on for Sunday, and I'm going to basically cover the division lines throughout because I really like kind of my weekends to be across the board. And so on Sunday what I'll do is, just as I'm going through anything that I'm wanting to wrap up, I'll add on this day. And then the other thing that I wanted to do for my business is I really want to get my website complete. So if I'm doing my blog and newsletter there, if I'm playing violin there, I think what I will do is I'll put that on Saturday as well. And then if I have to push it back, I still have Sunday to get it done. And I'm just trying to make it so essentially each day I've kind of just got one focus that I'm trying to do. The other thing I'm trying to get done this week is to just get into a few different practices for my health, mental health, and well-being and all of that. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these ones here, not the shiny ones, but the matte ones for my daily YouTube videos that I'm going to be posting for this week. So again, I'll just put these at the bottom as I did last week, and then I'll go back as I upload my videos each day in terms of which videos I did get posted. Alright, so I think that's all I'm going to do for the stickers for this week. But as I did last week, I'm going to go through and add my goals just to make sure I'm on track with my monthly goal setting that I'm wanting to do. So first I'll start with the stuff from last week that I either want to carry over because it's a habit I'm trying to build or just a task I'm trying to get done. So my top priority for this week is going to be to finish my stat course. So I have chapter 17, chapter 18, chapter 19, and to do my final. I do want to add that I think that's all I'm going to focus on for school for this week, just because I find if I over plan, I tend to not do anything. I just get myself overwhelmed. So in terms of my personal, I'm going to keep exactly the same goals to play the instruments. Read 2 books. My card practice. And then vision board is done, so I don't need to carry anything over for that. But I am just looking here to see if there's anything else. So journal practice, this I'm kind of just integrating into my daily practice that I already have. What I will add is to do some sort of art. And I've got a bunch of stuff, so this could potentially be diamond painting, it could be painting, it could be drawing, it could be just doing a coloring book, just anything that's kind of artistic and hands-on. So something tactile specifically is what I'm looking for. In terms of business, so I'm going to start with the stuff here. So my blog and newsletter, I really want to do. Again, my 2025 business goals. So as I mentioned, I started those this week, but I really want to wrap them up. And then my website. I'll add my daily YouTube just because I like to have it here. And so that would be my consulting calls, blog, newsletter, video. For co-working calls, business bundle, these are all product creation. I'm going to leave the product creation for this week, and I'll probably focus on some of that the second half of the month. Again, as I'm getting to the point where I'm feeling better, I think my capacity will be a little bit higher for working on some of these items. So that is where we're at. I did segment these like school, personal, business. I think in future I may start to put them in the same order as this, but right now I'm really doing it more by different section of my life, but also priority. So because the STAT course is my highest priority, that's at the top. The reason my personal stuff is a higher priority than my business right now is just with how I'm feeling in terms of mental state and energy and capacity. I'm really feeling like I need to get some of this. I'm just really feeling like I need to build out some of these habits to improve like where I'm at mentally, mindset, bring some like happiness into my life. And then I'm thinking that will help me get more consistent with working on the business side of things. Then also once I get the school stuff out of the way, I'll have more headspace for both business and personal stuff. So that's kind of the logic with that. As I mentioned before, I go through and I plan my days on the morning of each day, especially with how I'm feeling right now. I just want to make sure that I'm setting myself up for success. Last week I did go through, and on Thursday when I was having a really good day, I went through and I planned my Friday and the Saturday, and then I wound up in bed both of those days just not feeling well. So doing it day by day really helps me be more intentional, see what do I need to roll over, what is my capacity for that day, and just sets me up for success at a higher level. So this is what we're looking like for the week. This is all the goals that I want to accomplish. These are the little deadlines that I've set for myself. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. If you did enjoy this video and you've made it this far, if you could give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload. Right now I am actually doing daily uploads on my channel, so there should be a lot of content for you to check out if you're interested. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful week ahead.